Hello there, everyone. The Andrada here, and welcome back to episode 9 of our All the Mods 9 to the Sky Let's Play series, where today we are working on automating, I don't know why I said it like that, our energizing orb, and opening our portal to the nether. So let's get started. Welcome back, friends, to another wonderful night here in the world of the Andrada, where today I think we're going to be working on getting ourselves, we're going to get that energizing orb automated. I think we're going to use LaserIO for that. And then we need to head to the nether in order to get ourselves the blazing crystals that we want to get up to the blazing tier for our thermo generator and everything. We need some blazes. So yeah, that's my goal. Get ourselves into the nether this episode. So let's get on into it. So that being said, if we take a look over here at our power area, I moved everything over here and upgraded us to the hardened tier for this. I just manually stuck the gold and the iron in for now because I wanted to automate it with you guys, so I didn't do anything else special. So I upgraded that to hardened. Our cables are up to hardened, and our thermo generator itself is up to hardened tier. I also went ahead and got us 2 energy cells upgraded to the hardened tier, because in order to get to the blazing tier of the energy cells, you need to have 2 hardened tier. And in order to do that, you need to have the basic tier. So I just went through the crafting, got us up to the hardened tier of each of these. And then for our ender cell, when we get to that point, we just need, it's just an ender core with blazing crystals. So we're good to go there. But yeah, I want to work on getting ourselves into automating this and getting into LaserIO. Before we begin, do want to point out that between last episode and this episode, you may notice that the base looks not necessarily different, but it's definitely different. So I updated the pack in between episodes. Yay, pack update day. We were on version 1.0.2, so I upgraded to 1.0.5. Made sure I had a backup first because it's been mentioned that some people have been having world issues. And I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that the issues with the worlds are because of the fact that Quark was removed from the pack. With the latest update, I believe 1.0.4 removed Quark from the pack. Quark, however you want to say it. And yeah, removing Quark messed up my base because all of these walls that I had around here, and yeah, all the walls were Quark walls. It was calcite brick walls from Quark. So when I loaded into my world, not realizing that that was the case, I had no walls. Also stairs. Stairs were also Quark. So yeah, basically everything on my base was undone, all the work that I had did. So I will be honest, I went creative mode and I cheated myself in, which I deleted already. I cheated myself in an exchanging gadget. By the way, I don't have a recipe for the exchanging gadgets. I'm not sure if this is intended. Are you not supposed to be able to get the exchanging gadgets? But there is a quest for them. So I'm not sure if that's a bug or anything like that, but like, building gadgets is a thing. Exchanging gadgets and stuff are here, but I have no recipes for any of these. I'm going to try and look up the recipe for them to see if maybe it's just JEI being weird and like I can craft them. They're just, for some reason, the recipe's not showing up. But yeah, no recipe for those, so that's fun. But yeah, I cheated in an exchanging gadget and I went around and I replaced all of the calcite blocks that we had with this cut calcite bricks from Create. It's the exact same. It just, the only problem that I don't like with it is it is much brighter. But like if we take a look at any of these, doesn't make a difference. The only thing you have to do is put them in the stone cutter, and then you can change them into stairs. You can change them into the walls and stuff like that. And it comes from regular calcite, which we have on extract over there. So it really wasn't that big of a deal. But yeah, I went creative, shaded in the exchanging gadget, swapped out all of the chipped calcite that we had, because then these don't match, because the chipped calcite, do I have? Yeah, it doesn't match color wise. This has more like yellows and stuff. This is like bone white, or this is more bone white. This is like pure white. So it didn't match. So I had to go around and exchange all of that for this cut calcite bricks from Create, add on the walls that we already had in existence and the stairs. But with that, I think that we are good to go. Let me do that so that has that little curve. Yeah, so hopefully no issues with that again. And from the changelog, Quark is supposed to come back at some point, but the damage was already done. So that's where we're at. Anyway, so today I want to go ahead and automate this Powah Orb, Energizing Orb from Powah. And then we want to head into the Nether and start looking for some blazes. I do need to get, before we go into the Nether, I'm going to have to get myself a jetpack too, aren't I? At least up to, I mean, I don't know what tier we can get to. Maybe gold tier. We don't have steel, maybe Invar. We probably could. That's tier 3 as well. I don't know. Let's bookmark the gold and we'll see where we end up. Maybe we'll just stick with wood because it's cheap and easy. And it'll get us going where we need to go. With that, though, we should probably go ahead and make a battery from Powah just so that way we have some sort of backup battery. Anyway, Energizing Orb, automating this. So my idea is to use LaserIO. Now, I cannot say I claim all credit for this. LaserIO I have used before. Oh, by the way, I don't think I mentioned this. Wandering Trader Dude was selling this bow, so I just decided to grab it. It just does poison, and it makes me run faster when I have it, which is great. It does affect my field of view, so I need to adjust that because I don't necessarily like when that zooms out like that. But yeah, anyway. I want to go ahead and use LaserIO to automate this. And Chosen Architect did the same in his playthrough, so I am blatantly going to be stealing his idea here for this because it works. And it's very simple and it doesn't require terribly too much space or anything like that. I will modify it slightly because I'm going to add a stable wormhole to this on the front side here so that I can have my finished items end up going into the wormhole versus going into the barrel. So slightly different than how he did, but not terribly too much. So again, as we talked about last episode, the Energizing Orb has a problem in that you can only allow one of each type of item to go into the Energizing Orb at a time. You have too many, it doesn't craft. The Energizing Orb does have an advantage that its output slot is different. It's an invisible output slot, but it is an output slot, so we can extract from this without extracting our items. But LaserIO should be able to handle all of the crafting and everything that we need for this. So if we pop into our laser node, LaserIO has been updated since the last time I have played with it. So now you get this nice UI where you can actually see which block it is that you are attaching to or you're talking to, essentially. So that's pretty cool. And you can pick the face. So like if I wanted to just look at this, what's in the stable wormhole, if I look at this face and I right click, it'll automatically link me to this. On top of that, we can adjust the lasers. We can turn the lasers on and off. So when we are looking at the block, we have no laser, but if we have our wrench, we'll have lasers of it on. So that's pretty cool. And I think that applies to all of them, right? Yeah, let's just go ahead and put that right there. Sure, whatever. So we only have lasers when we hold the wrench now instead of when all the time. Okay, so let's get into this. Our copper barrel. This is where we're going to put the items for now that we are going to craft with. So the gold and the iron and eventually the blaze rods is going to come into here. So in order to set this up, we're going to go ahead and need to get ourselves an item card. And we're going to take this item card and we're going to say, hey, you are going to extract from this barrel and basically extract. You're going to do one at a time because that's all that we're going to be able to do, but you're going to extract from that barrel. We are then going to go to our Energizing Orb, and we're going to put an item card as well, and we are going to put this on the insert. However, this is where we are going to want to say, hey, you only want to extract one at a time. I believe it's in this mode. No. Well, now the Andrada's looking like a dingus because now I got to remember how to do this. Give me a second. All right, there we go. I was missing an integral piece of this system, which is the counting filter from LaserIO. Fairly simple to craft. Just requires an observer and basic filters. And basic filters is just bars, those logic chips, and a window pane. But with the counting filter, that is how we can limit how much of each item is able to be stored. So for example, if I were to go ahead and say 32, notice that it keeps the number 32. What we want is to have 1. So if I click on this, it goes up. If I right click on it, it goes down. If I shift click, it goes up by 10. And if I shift right click, it goes down. So what we want is to say, okay, I only want, one of each of these to be able to go into that insert slot. Okay, only one of each. So if I go ahead now and I place these inside of here, it should do the needful. Kindly did the needful. It pulled one out of each one. They're one of each out of here, put it into the energizing orb, and it has paused because there's no room. The energizing orb has an item inside of there, the energized steel. It can't do anything because nothing else can go in. So what we need to do now is come into our laser node. We need to go onto our energizing orb. We need to get an item card, and we want to set this as an extract. Before we set that as an extract, though, we're going to go ahead in. We're going to change the channel. Because we don't want it to extract anywhere else. We want it to be on its own separate channel. The insert will be on the white channel, and the extract itself is going to be on the orange channel. So inserts are all going to happen on white. Extracts will happen on orange. So we're going to say, okay, you are going to extract. You can extract as much as you possibly can. I think that's 8 and as fast as you can. But it's going to go ahead and pull out. And we are going to go ahead and say, hey, I want you to extract out of there. And then I'm going to want you to insert into this stable wormhole. So we're going to go ahead and get our insert card. We're going to go ahead. Now what's happening is because that is on the white channel, notice it is automatically inserting. We don't want that. So we're going to switch that over to the orange channel. Now it should at some point stop, and there it goes. So now you can see our automation is working. One of each of these is being pulled in. It's getting snapped. It's going into the system, and we are getting energized steel. Now, because I had that all backwards or messed up, or well, I didn't have the channel turned off. What I could have done was come into here and I guess configured the item card first or something like that, or disabled the extract from here. So that way it didn't do anything. But yeah, we have energized steel coming into the system. And if we look inside of here, energized steel, we have 38. Pretty cool. And it's automated. All we had to do is put gold and iron inside of here, and we end up with energized steel into the system. Now, we have a decent amount, and we don't need to really necessarily worry about too much, so we should be good. Now, I thought, though, that apply. We shouldn't see the lasers unless I'm holding the wrench. Isn't that what this is supposed to do? Also, this says red. Oh, maybe that's the binding lasers. When two machines are linked together, maybe there's no way to turn off the lasers of the actual cards themselves. And if that's the case, that's perfectly fine. But yeah, there we go. Stable wormhole linked to our dimensional storage actuator. All the items are popping into our system. All we have to do is feed it. Eventually, we will be able to set up crafting where we can use AE2 in blocking mode. And instead of having to have this barrel, we could actually just link this directly into the energizing orb and let it do its own thing, or maybe a modular router or something like that to take the items out of a barrel, something like that. We can figure it out. AE2 plugged into the back of here with a pattern provider in blocking mode. So it only sends out the items into the laser node, into here. Once it pulls out, redstone signal, something like that, we can figure it out. But we'll get there. But it's automated for now. We don't have to worry about it. We can just dump items in and it'll automatically do the craft. Once we get into the blazing tier, I am going to have to go into here and say, hey, I want you to extract. I'm going to add the blaze rods to this so that blaze rods can come into it. But yeah, like we should be good to go. With that being done, now our next major goal is to get ourselves into the nether. In between episodes, I did go ahead and get us some obsidian. Stone barrel, lava, water makes it pretty easy. I do want to show that I set up this automation for clay, but notice I have it turned off. I have it turned off because it is absolutely annoying sound-wise. If I set this on, you're going to hear that bucket sound. I don't know how to turn that off. I set up an anchor over here. I search for water. That's just ambient water sound. I search for bucket. Nothing. I even went through all of these. I went through every single sound here and turned it off. Nothing turns it off. Yeah, see? I thought that was going to do it, but no, that doesn't do it. And the problem is... Oh, okay. Now it's working fine. The problem I had before, I was hearing that sound everywhere. Didn't matter where I went into my base. I was hearing that sound all over the place. It kind of seems like maybe now it's one of these? No. See, I don't know what sound this is. And I don't know what to do to turn it off. I thought it was going to be this. This sound is new, barrel fluid transform. But no, that's not turning it off. Barrel mixing? Ah, there we go. The sweet sound of silence. Okay, good. Well, now we have dust turning over to clay as needed. What do you got for me? You have Runeforged Greaves. Do I have a guy with boots already? I don't know. I don't think I have any more yoinkers, though. Can I craft any more? Yeah, I've gotten plenty of leads. Come here to me. Go into my backpack for when we get to that point, and then take out the llamas. And then we're going to go to the nether. Where I want to put my nether portal permanently, I'm not entirely sure. We're just going to stick it somewhere for now. And then it can always be moved at a later date, right? Is waystones in the pack? Do we have waystone capability? We do. Do we have the ability to craft a waystone? We do. We can make a warp stone and a waystone. I should have enough obsidian for that. Technically, I would need 2 of these, wouldn't I? So I'm going to need 1 for me, 1 for the waystone. Now I can teleport back home. And that should still leave me. I made like 32 obsidian, so it should still leave me with enough. Okay. Well, now we have a waystone available to us, so we can teleport to and from the nether and back. So that way, once I get this waystone set up, or this portal set up, we don't have to do anything again. We can go ahead and set this up here. And this is our home. Okay, cool. So the only other thing that we need before we go into the nether is we're going to need a jetpack of some sort. So that way we can, get to the end islands or the fortresses or whatever, because there's no anything available to us. Like when we get into the nether, it's a void dimension. I mean, it's a skyblock. We're working in the void. So let's go ahead and work on getting ourselves a backpack. Backpacks are very tedious to craft. If you've never crafted one, there's a lot of micro crafting that you have to do. You have to make these end stone cells. You have to make these coils. You have a lot of just minor crafting that can be a pain to actually get done. Did I run out of iron? I have run out of iron. That is terrible. Iron? Do I have any raw iron? No. I'm going to have to go do the thing. I'll be back. All right. I think we should have enough iron for now. I went ahead and literally smashed up all of the compressed cobblestone for the most part that we had over here. So, yeah, let's go check out what I did because it's fairly simple. So all of this compressed cobblestone that was in this drawer, because I needed it to make a piston, almost all of it, 120, so 2 stacks left, essentially. I went over here and smelted it up. On top of here, I have a spruce gold barrel. I put 2 stack upgrades and a compacting upgrade in here, and I have the compacting upgrade filtered to compact anything. If I have it on compact only uncraftable, it wasn't working, so it needs to be on compact anything. Works in the GUI as well, so that way I can do this and it'll compact it down, except I don't have zinc in here because I don't have enough room. Zinc isn't necessarily super duper, I guess, important at the moment anyway. If I were to upgrade this to the next tier, I might get more filters. Be worth checking out if we can upgrade this. Does it give me more slots for filtering? Yes. Okay. So now I can add zinc. So now if I put this in there, it'll compact it down. The important thing is matching it to, oh, look, I can match tags. I bet you there is a tag on this for Ex Deorum or chunks. Oh, now it'll just automatically do any chunks and then I don't have to worry about filtering it out. Anyway, this will compact it down into the 4x4, and then I just grabbed all those ores out. On top of it, I put an absorption hopper. This is from Mob Grinding Utilities, not too expensive to make, but it's a vacuum. It just vacuums up all the items in an area and then puts it into wherever you so choose. It can also vacuum up experience as well. The cool thing is you can adjust its area as well that it operates in. So I can set it to just cover like our table, and it's a 7x7, so like it's going to cover this area, and then yeah, automatically we'll put all the items into the barrel below. It's not the fastest export in the world, but it works. The reason that I had to set up the filtering is because I ended up accidentally making these lapis bricks, which is you make these by compressing lapis. Now, the only way I can get these lapis bricks undone is by using a pickaxe on my cutting board to get them back. But with all that being said and done, I can now go ahead and continue working on getting ourselves our jetpack. So we were working on the wooden jetpack at the moment. The wooden jetpack is going to be crafted up by making these wooden capacitors. And did I make any of those? No. Okay. So we need wooden capacitors. No, because I was making these coils. So let's just get, let's do 16. I know I already had some, so now we have extras. That's good. So now we can go ahead and make these wooden energy cells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Something like that. Now we can make a capacitor. Now we can make a thruster. And bada bing, bada boom, we have a wooden jetpack. Now, the wooden jetpack can be upgraded. We can go to stone or we can go to copper. Both of these are still considered tier 1. One holds way more power, though. So let's see if we can't get to the copper tier. Copper tier is going to require me to make copper capacitors, which is copper energy cells. So 1, 2, 3, I think 4, 5 would get us where we need to be, right? So that's a copper capacitor. We know we have plenty of copper available to us. We need more furnaces. So let's just do 8 furnaces. Sure. That'll get us the copper thruster. I need more of those coils. And then I think we can just stop at copper tier for now. And then I can, this micro crafting and stuff, I can work on doing in between episodes. It's not that big of a deal. Why don't you give me the thing? Because you need a copper energy cell. Interesting that it's pulling the regular or a wooden one instead of a copper one. But then upgrade to the copper jetpack. Okay, cool. Now we got a copper jetpack. Can I place this inside of here to charge up? No, unfortunately I can't. Can I place it inside of this coal one and get it to charge up? Am I going to have to get some sort of charger? I can put it into here. Okay, so the jetpack's going to charge up to 250,000 RF. We also want to go ahead and see if we can't make ourselves a battery. In order to make a battery, we need to get a starter battery, which we should be able to do. I just need to make a block of redstone. So a starter battery. This can hold 1 million power inside of it at its base tier, which is actually pretty decent. Maybe we don't need to upgrade like to the full tier. Let's make another. We'll see where we end up with redstone, because redstone's going to be our bottleneck. Upgrade. I'm sorry. That's U. And then U. I can do that. Okay. Well, hey. Hardened battery. 10 million RF. Let's go ahead and throw this there. Now we have a jetpack, so we can go ahead and equip the jetpack. There, a jetpack slot. That's hands. That's back. Body. Oh, body slot. Okay. Battery's going to go, it's going to get filled up. I'll let that run. But the jetpack's pretty cool. Let's see. Engine on and hover, and anything else conflicting. Magnet conflicts there. So let's go ahead and set the keys. So that was the key of H that is conflicting. Let's do... I mean, being able to toggle the magnet is kind of nice. I have a 70% keyboard, which means I don't have a number pad. I kind of regret that decision now, because it'd be very nice to have a number pad. The key of 0 could be our magnet then. So I can turn the magnet on and off as needed. But anyway, now we can fly. See? We fly. Whee! Turn off the engine, we fall. Turn off hover mode, we fall. Flying. Pretty nifty. And then with our battery, we can go ahead and turn on the battery, shift right click, and it will charge our jetpack from this internal inventory of power. So we can go ahead and let that continue to charge up. And while we do that, we can go ahead and work on building ourselves our nether portal. So if we grab the obsidian that we have, we can go ahead and get a nether portal. Now, where would I want to put a nether portal here? I kind of don't want it anywhere near where I'm at, because, then it's, make a noise. And I mean, granted, I had the muffle, so it's not too big of a deal. We can always move it. And honestly, if we put a waystone, we can tear it down. Yeah, if we're going to do that, we can do a waystone. We'll tear it down, so I'm not too concerned about it, I guess. So let's do... I think it's that high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Honestly, can't it be however in the world I want it to be? And it doesn't really make a difference as long as it meets the minimum requirements. Yeah, there we go. So if we pop on into the nether, you're going to notice, well, there's absolutely nothing here. We have no thing that we can do. If we take a look at our map, we got nothing around here. I was hoping maybe we'd get lucky and be able to see a fortress or something on our map just as we spawn in, but no such luck for us. So we're going to go back home. We'll leave the portal here for now, and then once I find a fortress or bastion or something like that, then we will go ahead and put it, where it needs to go. Zinc ore can go ahead and pop over here. We are literally using all of our power right now currently to charge this, and we are probably burning through coal pretty decently, but I'm not going to complain or anything. I would like to at least go find the fortress before the end of this episode. I know we are getting pretty close here. But I want to find the fortress just so that I can go get the blazes. Now, do we have the ability? Do we have a brewing stand or the ability to get one? No, we need a brewing stand so I can make some fire resist potions. I would like that. So I need to at least get one blaze, and then I can make fire resist, and then I don't have to worry about it. Isn't there? There's a quest, isn't there? Oh, what's this? Oh, there's a Zycraft quest. Title is showing up funky, but Zycraft, nice quest, pretty cool. Isn't there? Oh, there's a Forcecraft, which the titles doesn't appear either. I wonder if that has to do with a JD or GD launcher and updating, not wanting to actually do things correctly. Anyway, in the silent gear, if I get up to here, doesn't that give me one blaze rod? We could make that happen. Or we could just go to the nether and kill one. We have no armor, though. I do have emeralds. Well, all right. So I think we'll we'll do the nether thing next episode then. Let's go ahead and see about these wandering traders. Because I have no armor at all whatsoever right now, and I need some. So what do you want? You want 32 phantom membranes. I have at least one phantom membrane. I have not gotten into... the alchemical not the alchemical condenser, the alchemical chest in order to do this. So maybe that's something, not the chest. It is the condenser, the energy condenser. So maybe that's something we can look into next episode as well, is getting into this so we can get this awesome sword, because looting 5 would be great. So let's put you away. Let's check out what do you have for me. You have the Tree Capitator, which is a fantastic axe, but I don't necessarily need that right now. It does have mending on it, which is nice. But for now, I don't necessarily need a amazing axe. You have the chest piece. So I need a diamond chest plate and then 55 emeralds. I'm going to get protection 5, projectile protection 5, mending, unbreaking, and berserker's fury. So let's go ahead and get a diamond chest. And then I have emeralds. Excuse me, sir. Please come back. And then we have the Great Plate of Eternity. We'll take that. And then outside of that, you just have some coral. Thank you. And we got a yoinker back. Honestly, those would be handy to keep in our inventory. What else do we got? You, my friend, are going to give us those pants. Honestly, the pants are the weakest part of this whole setup, but is what it is. Emeralds. Looks like I'm going to be farming up some more emeralds in between episodes, but now that we have the absorption hopper, it does make it a little easier. Now that is going to give me speed, which is going to mess with my field of view. So we're going to also cancel that. Now I can't put 2, right? Yeah, these don't stack. You are going to get me The Bone Splitter axe, sharpness 10, mending, scavenger, capturing, looting, and unbreaking. That's actually a pretty dang good axe. I wonder if that's better than the sword, honestly. We'll put that up there for now. And then you had the boots, right? Yeah, but I need 45 emeralds. I happen to have exactly 45 emeralds. Boots. You. Boots. Oh, a bumblebee spawn egg? Cannot be used on a spawner, so that's lovely. Okay. And blaze powder. And we have blaze powder on craft. Do I need a bumblebee spawn egg? I don't have enough emeralds. I'll hold on to him. Spawn eggs are kind of handy, so we'll put him down here. But there we go. At least we've gotten 2 pieces of armor. We just need a helmet, so we can just go ahead and make a helmet. No enchants on this guy, but we've got a full set of armor. So now we just need to work on getting ourselves some a sword, and then I think we'll be okay. I'm going to go ahead and fix the field of view. We're going to go ahead and wait until this charges up, and the next episode we'll go into the nether and explore and see what the nether has to hold for us. Is there a charger that I can get to charge this? Like this Powah Energy Discharger? I hook this up to one of those cables and it'll transfer power for me, because this is very slow. Never used this before, but this is also bottlenecking my setup over there. Eventually this will all become moot when I get the energy, what's it called, the ender cell and all that stuff. But for now, let's go ahead and set this guy here, and then energy discharger, put you in here. Nope, that's the opposite direction. I want power to come out of this. Powah. Energy discharger will drain from any charged item. Buddy, no. Charge, and I need a hopper. Other way. What would I want to drain my items for? I need the starter tier. And then the basic tier. And then, oh, the battery's charging that. Okay. It's the opposite of what I want you to do, but okay. Let's put you here. Sure. Are you so confused? Energy hopper will charge any chargeable item inside of the inventory of the block it is pointed to, like a chest. Okay, that's interesting. Let's get a chest. So I have to take a chest, put my battery inside of the chest, put the energy hopper in there, and now it's like a hopper. It's going to suck power out of there, and it's going to put it into my battery. 150 RF is better than the 60 that we're doing there, so it's more than double the speed. So I'll take it. And then this energy discharger, I guess, just takes energy out of things for whatever reason. Plague Bringer, chance to apply bad effects. Okay. All right. So that's it for today's episode. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. It really does help with the channel. We got a good automation going on there with the energizing orb and everything, at least. Very basic and simple, but it works. And yeah, another next episode. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. It really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.